It's been a good ride. It's been a long run. Today, I'm going to officially retire this Maschine Mark III. This guy. Stay tuned to find out why. Let's talk about it. All right, YouTube, before we get started, let's do a few things. Go ahead and click the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and click that bell notification so that you can be notified about any new videos that I may post. And lastly, go ahead and hit that thumbs up like button if you like this type of content. All right, let's get into it. I got the Maschine Mark III when it first came out, when it was brand new. At that particular point, I was using Reason real heavy in my music production. And I hadn't migrated back to hardware yet. And I needed a different level of inspiration. And a good friend of mine had the Mark I, had the Mark II. I had heard so many things about Maschine online. It's like an MPC. It's better than an MPC. You know, some people loved it. Some people hate it. So I just decided to go ahead and see if it could spark any new kind of inspiration. I actually was about to get a Maschine Studio because I was used to real big MPC devices like the 4000, the 3000, these big, huge drum machines. I was used to that. So a friend of mine had a Maschine Studio. I enjoyed using it. And so I was getting ready to pull the trigger on that one. And then I waited for about 2 weeks and I was like, let me wait. And then the Mark III came out. And then I just purchased this one and I got it. And originally I was like, all right, I'm gonna see what this is all about, and if it don't spark no new creativity, then I'm sending this mug right back. By the way, I got it from Zounds.com like years ago. I've been using Zounds for a very long time, so probably at this point, at least a decade for sure. Got this. I actually got the complete Ultimate Collector's Edition to go with it. Loaded everything up and start using it right away. My intuition kicked in just because I know how to use older drum machines and that workflow coming from old classic MPC devices. So I was able to pick up on this real quick, and it sparked some good creativity. I made a couple songs with this. Like, I don't even say a couple. I made a lot of songs with this, like not just beats, but beats that I actually eventually given to artists, and we made some songs with them. But as time went on, I noticed that Native Instruments, the amount of updates that they put out, really just kind of bogged the machine and the computer that I had at the time down. I purchased a new computer, maxed it all out with as much as it could take. And so that way my machine was running smoothly. And I really didn't have any hiccups with it at all. It was just the sheer amount of updates and things that Native Instruments kept pushing. It was like an update like every day. As y'all can see now, like Native Instruments is dropping a new Play Series item like every other week. So probably by the time this video is done airing, they'll probably drop 2 more Play Series devices. Back in 2021, I dusted off my MPC 4000 and I turned it on and I started playing with it. And the instant like love and joy of how to create music on an older classic device like that, that's very much tactile. Unlike this is a controller that you connect to a computer, but it has dedicated buttons and functions and stuff to make that process easier. But it's not tactile like a classic MPC. Like you have to maneuver through menus and type in numbers, hit enter, turn jog wheels, and do all that kind of stuff. I instantly fell back in love with that entire workflow. Like, believe it or not, that's the workflow that I came from. That's the workflow that I know like the back of my hand. So I actually really took that workflow into this. It didn't translate quite as well because you don't have to do as much on this, but that's why I was able to pick this up and just take it straight out the box without essentially reading anything and pick it up and go. Because this is software driven, I was not a fan of the software like at all. And I still have a love-hate relationship with it now, even though I know how to use the software. But back in 2021, picked up my 4000 and I didn't ever look back. and I started instantly noticing like how my music sounded different. But the more that I kept using either the 4000 or 2000 XL, the less this got used. Essentially, since 2021, I haven't really used it much at all. Main reason is I don't really use Maschine software nowhere near as much as I did when I first got it. I use Contact more than I use Maschine. I have the MPC software, so I've just been able to incorporate a lot of those Maschine packs that I like, the ones that I really, really love, into that same software because I actually like the MPC software better. That's really it. I don't use this as much for the foreseeable future. I probably won't use it a whole lot. I have it. I'm not going to part ways with it because I do have a son who loves his Maschine Micro, and this may be something that he might want to, that I could probably pass on to him and get him accustomed with the screens and being able to look here versus, looking on the computer and all that kind of stuff. But as of right now, for me, myself personally, I'm going to retire this from my day-to-day music production setup because I really just use my hardware MPCs, the MPC software, Logic Pro X, and some other VSTs, but that's pretty much it. I don't really feel the need to keep this in the rotation. Now that might change. Who knows, 6 months from now, a year from now, I might get a spark and plug this back up and start back working on it and then fall right back in love with it. Although I don't see that as a reality, anything's possible. So let me know in the comments if you guys own a Maschine or used to own a Maschine and now work with, classic MPCs or any new MPC, or if you still rocking with your Maschine, what you like about the Maschine, what you don't like about it, let me know in the comments. Let's talk. Let's have a dialogue. All right. See y'all on the next video. Peace.